Good morning, Elasmere boys. Today we will start the new section of Java, which is string manipulation or Java string. Till now, we have discussed about related to datas of numerical or fractional form or even characters. But today we will talk about the string type. So Java string is a data type which is used to represent text. In other words, string are basically sequence of characters which are used to print any string as they are immutable, that they cannot be changed once it is created. If I think the string as it is mentioned over here as data flyer, this data flyer is going to be stored in each and every character in different boxes or index as starting with index number 0, okay, in the computer memory. Okay, we can refer each and every character from the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So data flyer is basically the 9 words, but as it is starting from 0, it is ending up in the 8th position. Let's look assigning a string literal to a variable. There are some examples given. Like string S1, we can write hi, a single word. String S2, we can write a sentence like welcome to Java. String X, we can use alphanumeric characters like 50 by A Gandhinagar. And string Y, we can also write total numerical variables, but this Y will not be able to used for any kind of arithmetical calculation like plus minus division, because this 1 2 3 4 5 is actually a string data type, cannot be used for any calculation until and unless it is converted into integer or any numerical data form. Okay, so string can hold any sort of alphanumerical character. Okay, in the string there is some difference between a character and a string. When I write a character, it can be a single letter, a number, a punctuation mark, or a symbol that can be represented using computer. And string is basically a one-dimensional array. What is one-dimensional array? This box is known as array. Here each and every box containing a simple character with index value 0 till the value of 8. Okay, only one character array. Since string is a set of characters and we represented, very important, string we represented in the double quotation and characters we represented in the single quotation. String is represented by double quotation and character is being represented by single quotation. As I was saying, there is a difference between single quotation and double quotation. Whenever I am writing this A inside a single quotation, it is pointing that it is a character, and whenever I am writing it is inside the double quotation, it is pointing as a string. Okay, very important. If I look at hello closely, it is actually containing of 6 characters, HELLO, and the last one is null value, which we do not use in our programs. There are some kind of character class methods in Java. First one, let's move to boolean is letter, boolean is digit, boolean is white space, boolean is uppercase, boolean is lowercase, char to uppercase, char to lowercase, and char to string. So let's look at what are these and how we are going to use them. I'm first starting with character.isLetter. What it means that if I use this direct function character dot is letter, and please be careful as Java is a case sensitive language. So over here the character C is capital, is I is small, and letter L is capital, and we pass some kind of character inside of it, it will return me in Boolean value which is true and false. Anything related to is a question mark, means I'm asking whether it is a letter or not. If you will find anywhere this is word is there, it means it is asking me. So it means that the result may be yes, may be no. So the result in other term may be true, may be false. So that is why the return type is always Boolean. So character is letter has given some kind of examples. If it is C, it is true. Single quotation A pointing as true. Capital A also true. Number 1 is a digit, so it is a false. And as I'm giving space, which is not a letter, that is why the result is also coming as false. Let's look to the other function. Character dot is digit. As I said, please be careful with the C and D and I as how we are writing it. We have to keep it same what is mentioned. If I pass the value capital D, it is not a digit. So that is why my output will be false. If I pass a value 1, which is a numerical digit, my result will be true. And if I pass space, which is also not a digit, so my result will become what? False. Let's move to the other function known as character does is letter or digit. As the name suggests, it means that if it is letter or it is digit, I am going to get the result as true. So see here in the example, I have used two characters. One is Z, another is numerical digit 2. So whenever I am checking the result, whether C1, which is a Z, is a letter or a digit, I'm storing the result in a Boolean variable, as it will going to return me in true and false. So for Z, it is returning me true because yes, it is either letter or digit, so it is satisfying the form of letter. Similarly, C2 is giving me the idea that it is a digit. So whenever I am storing the result in a Boolean variable and printing it, it is giving me also true. But for a space, it will give you false. For a star sign, exclamation sign, it will give you any punctuation mark, it will give you false. Let's look to the next method, which is character dot is white space. White space means a blank space. Okay, it is very important, a blank space. So we can create space by /n character, which is going to create a new line. /t tab, which is going to give me a good gap. So these are all for white space. Okay, a space /n/t. But whenever I'm passing any character D, my result is coming as false. Okay, but for rest of the cases, is it coming as true. Next method is uppercase and is lowercase. So as the name suggests, I want to ask that whether the value that I have passed is actually a uppercase or not. See, first case, I have passed the value of capital C. So it is uppercase. So my result is true. Next one, I have passed the value small c. So my result is false. The last one, I have printed a value 67. What is it? It is the ASCII value. Okay. We know the capital letters ASCII value are basically starting from capital A, which is pointing from the value 65. So A is 65, B is 66, like that. So 67 will come as capital C. That is why the result is giving me as true. Similarly, if I do the same checking in the case of lowercase, the capital C is not a lowercase, so first result is false. This is a small letter c, so the result is true, correct. And the last 167, which is applicable for capital C, so my result is also coming as false over here. Is always return me in the case of true and false. The small letter ASCII value of small a is starting from the value of 97. Next, move to the other character functions. Now here, no more the word is there. The word changes to to. So whenever the word changes to to, it means that we will change the character into it. Okay. So whenever I am changing the character C2, C2 is P, small p, into the uppercase, my result will become capital P. When I am changing the uppercase capital A, it will remain same as capital A only. No change basically. Suppose I am changing the C1, which is a capital A, into lowercase, the output is coming as small a. If I change this C3, which is D, capital D, into lowercase, the output is coming as small d. So it is giving me some output, not in true false, because here the question is no more, it means 2. I have to do the changes, okay, as per the given function. That's all for all the character based function. We will use this function inside our string programs. There are more string methods are present, which we will do in our next segment. Till then, in this pandemic situation, stay safe. Thank you very much.